journey to take power in these countries so that we can deliver what we promise our people of Uganda in our manifesto. And as I've been telling the public and everywhere I've been, is that President Museveni went to the bush to solve the issue of insecurity. Now security is solved. Now the problem we have now in our country is poverty. Now, for James Museveni has a gun, and I don't have a gun, but I have an idea which will help solve poverty. So that's why I'm bringing all my credentials in economics, in accountability, in management, so that we can solve the issue of the economy of this country. And that's why our slogan is fixing the economy and putting money in our pockets. Now, in everywhere we have gone, every area has a specific or more specific issues which are really, if we tackled, poverty will be history in this country. We went to Vuvuma. The issue of Vuvuma, you saw basically that is an island which is surrounded with water, that's Lake Victoria, and that lake has fish. And that fish, if those people are allowed to fish, their fish, they will eat some and sell and put money in their pockets. And that's why we have in our manifesto talking about beach management committees, because beach management committees are managed by members of that community, not by security organs. I've been in many countries. I've seen how big management committees are. And an example is here, Tanzania. Kenya on the same Lake Victoria. So we believe if we restore the beach management committees managed by the locals, or the imagine people fish in a responsible manner and have money from the fish and also eat the fish. They talked of mukene. Mukene is on Lake Victoria. This is the small fish which is so sweet. They need it. And that mukene also needs to be added value to be exported. I'm told that this mukene they export it to other countries. So like as I was saying, in our manifesto, we have a plan for beach management committees. We have to install factories in these areas to process fish, and also to add in agriculture. Even the island has places for agriculture. We got schools in the dire need of help, and those schools need to be fixed so that our children can study in those islands, and even the other areas we have been in this country. We are here in the Buyuk, my home. When we went to the sugarcane cutters, they have an issue. They cut sugarcane and are paid only 3,000 shillings. So if the man cut sugarcane for 6 days a week, say 25 days a month, so the man earns 75,000 shillings. He has to pay house, he has to transport himself, he has to eat with his family, he has to take his children to school. I don't know how can 75,000 sustain a man who works from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. cutting sugarcane. And yet in the middle, there are so many middlemen in sugar, and the final one also is also benefiting. So the people who are making money are those who are not cut by cutting sugarcane, because those one sugarcane can really cut people. So you can see the sugar manufacturer makes money, the middleman makes money. Even those who have sugar canes, to take it to a processing factory, you need a permit. There are permits to people. I'll give an example for us in Bujusu. We have growers of coffee. What the farmer has to do is to collect his coffee, take it to the primary society, and the primary society corrects it to the union, and the union markets it on behalf of the entire farmers. There's no permit. Now, this permit is, I'm told, a very expensive item anyway. So there are middlemen who get permits So you can only sell a coffee through their permits. They have no shamba, they have no capital invested, but only getting that piece of paper, they are making money in that context. That makes sugar costs go high. So those are bottlenecks which need to be dealt with. Unemployment is cutting across. The youth are unemployed. I can tell you people are in problems. And this youth being unemployed is because our government is investing money in non-productive sector. When I call our government, we are all collectively in it. Now we're saying, no, let us change the leadership of the current government, but we get a new leader in the name of Nandala Mafabi to collect money and put in productive sectors to generate employment. And by the way, when people are employed, you tax them as you earn. But if they are unemployed, there's nothing you tax. And when they get money from the salaries, they buy sugar, they buy soap, they buy beer, they buy soda, which has other taxes like VAT, which you call indirect taxes, excise duty. And the more they consume, the more tax you collect. And that will lead to reducing the tax so that you widen the tax base and reduce the rate. Now, when you reduce rate, more people will drink more beer, take more sugar, and you get more money. I think that's where our government has failed to tap in. And because there will be more demand for sugar, there will be more demand for sugar canes. There will be more demand for beer, there will be more demand for sorghum so that we make beer. So there are so many interlinking uh, issues which can really develop this country, but which we have not tapped in. Of course, this will need a man who knows them better and who can do it. And that's Mandela Mafabi. When Bukungu the same, they have an issue like of fishing, like in that's like in Uvuma, where cotton here is no longer, it was a main cash crop, it's no longer seen as a cash crop because no one wants to grow it. So our generators are all down, and of course we're talking about generators in our manifesto, and we need cotton back. And if you people are not aware, the best cotton news come from a place called Namuresa. Namuresa, I think we're going to pass there. It used to leave Uganda with the name on it, Namuresa. It was high priced, it was premium coffee, premium cotton. We have Robusta coffee was growing here in East Uganda and Minnesota. We're not seeing it. Maybe people are now starting. We need to put more in agro coffee because the demand for coffee is like the demand for fuel, oil. So we believe this needs a government which knows to tap in those sources. And we need our coffee, for example, to be on the New York board and really be shown different so that we get a premium price. Kenya is getting a premium price. The government of Kenya has put coffee on a premium price on the international market. If they don't have good coffee, they come and pick ours here to go and mix with theirs so that they can sell it. Roads, all of we saw the roads. And I can tell you these roads need to be fixed. Like this road from Kamuri to Buyende, Bukungu, needs to be tarmac. This road from Ambakot, which you people will see via Bulamuti up to Kamuri needs to be tarmac. It has been, I don't know how many times in the budget of Uganda. I don't know why it cannot be tarmac. But the problem is, again, the cost of roads. The house costs are very expensive. Yet, in the whole African region, in the whole region, some roads which are very expensive, yet we have stones here, we have local labor here, we have water here. I can tell you, we need only tar, and we are there to make it, and those tractors to move. Of course, everybody imports those tractors. So that's why you see my government, my big brother here, Indian Yamuria, is the one who knows roads. Infrastructure will be there to fix those. And that one will take a very short time, and the whole country will be fixed with roads. It is in our manifesto. Again, of course, as I talked about employment, our youth are complaining about buying these motorcycles. We calculated that when he borrows one motorcycle, by the time he finishes payments, he has paid for 4 motorcycles. But the boy has nothing. Torn trouser, the family has nothing. Even sometimes some of them sell land. And when you see them on the road running, don't think they are mad. He's trying to look for money so that he's able to pay the what? The loan. We believe for us that we are going to invest. We need only a little money to put in that sector. I want to give you a simple number. If there are 1 million motorcycles in this country, those people need motorcycles. And each motorcycle is 5 million shillings. You need only 5 trillion to invest in a motorcycle. So in the first year, you will put 2.5 trillion. In the second year, you will put 2.5 trillion. In fact, you don't put 2.5 trillion, you put maybe 2 trillion because those who took in the first year would have made some repayment and you add on maybe 2 trillion and everybody in this country will have a motorcycle at government cost. These are the monies they steal which we are going to save because we have covered the village models of 500 million. Each village, we have a balance of 2.8 trillion. You take off 2.5 trillion, you have a balance of 300 billion, which you carry forward for other activities. I can tell you it is common. It's easy to fix this. The other issue which we discovered, of course, people, I think they are not aware of their constitutional rights. Sometimes people are really not understanding their rights, so that people are really stepping on their rights. We need our people to be educated in the constitutional matters. And of course, against our manifesto, as Chapter 4 states, that the constitution will be interpreted in local languages and spread widely in the country. I think that's where we have a problem, but in our manifesto, you'll see we have stated it. We shall start immediately with 4 languages. And the common language is Uganda, among others, and maybe Swahili, those who want Swahili, and other Luo, because if a man from Luo can hear in Tororo, there are Luos, most there are Luos. So it will really go a long journey to really change this country. So I believe our campaign on the right track, being welcomed everywhere we're going. You can see when we are going, people are trying to stop us. Don't go before saying anything to us. We have to stop, and that's why we are sometimes finishing. We're not finishing all the points put across. But we want to thank the media for being there with us, and we believe you are reporting objectively. I haven't watched any of your reporting or read any newspaper, but I hope you are doing it objectively. We still want to go back to EC. We believe each candidate must be treated equally. We have noticed, I think, well, that's why maybe we may have to amend the constitution. We've tried but failed. We have President Seven is being treated as a president at the same time as a candidate. If you see what facilities is given, I'm sure those public addresses are being paid for by government. Those people that are failing, I'm sure they're failing them on government money. And I can see when last night I tried to look at the NBS, they gave him more minutes in showing him on TV than others. And that's when I was crossing down. I wanted to see something to. I was computing the minutes. So I think, well, the NBC will say for them they are private. They can do anything because the one who pays is the one who. But they should notice that the money they are getting from the side of NRM is public money, because if it was the money got from themselves, maybe we would say they paid for it. The police, of course, we saw the one of Iganga who was overzealous man who knew we were in Iganga, and they never wanted us to go through Iganga, the town which way was our venue. We believe our team has raised a complaint with EC, but eventually allowed. And you remember in the process, they were trying to block our cars, and I think even one of our security car, I think, removed their bumper, which wasn't really we should not have happened because of wanting to show power, which is not necessary. Other areas we have gone, of course, we have got security which is professional. We believe if we continue at this way with those who are professional, the campaign will be fine. Of course, the other challenge of the roads, that is for all of us. Every candidate will pass that road, but one candidate doesn't use the road. He uses the road, the air. I don't know if there are also humps in the air there. So we who don't have that facility, we are really going to have it tough down here. I think this should rearrange in some of these issues and tell the whole country that we're in an election. The security organs should be fair to all candidates. Buvuma twagenze Iganga mu Busoga byo twabadde Buyende ne Kamuli mu Busoga era tugenda mu Jinja City era Busoga. Ebizibu bye tufuna bye tulaba buli lunaku etusanga abantu bakaama obwavu. Era nnyo okubulira Abannayuganda nti President Museveni yagenda mu nsiko ng'agamba nti byekwerinda bibi kyoba yagenda mu nsiko abirongose. Kati byekwerinda byagwa. Saawa zino ekizibu kyaffe obwavu. Obwavu bungi buli bw'oyita obulaba. Era ne figure zino ze bateeka mu budget speech zaffe mu reports zino simanyi ani azikola oba agenda ku wansi awo n'alaba engeri abantu bwe babonaabona nga tebalina ssente n'emirimu. Ekyo ky'oba olaba tulina manifesto yaffe gye twakola gye tugamba Bannayuganda bw'ogisoma ebizibu byammwe byonna twabiraba ne tubiteeka mu manifesto n'eddagala lye tugenda kulikozesa biwonye. Okusooka emirimu teriiwo, abantu tebalina emirimu, abaana babonaabona era tulina pera yaffe esooka ekwata ku mirimu. Tugamba nti ssente ze tunaabeera nazo zetugenda okufuna tugenda kuziteeka mu sekita ezireeta ssente n'emirimu. Si zino za kulya buli ze bayita non-productive sectors, tuteeke mu productive sectors. Twatambudde ne tulaba abasajja bakola mu bikaajo bafuna enusu 30,000 eyo Lugazi n'eyo mu Busoga nabo balima ebikaajo 30,000 buli lunaku. Omuntu bw'akola ennaku 25 mu mwezi afuna 7,500 z'alina okusasulako ennyumba, alina okukozesako ku transport, alina okulyako n'abaana be, alina okutwalyako abaana be ku ssomero, ng'alwadde alina okukozesa obujjanjabi. Era bw'obalamu Omunnayuganda afuna 7,500 omwezi, njagala okubagamba nti abantu baffe bali bubi. Kyova olaba twaleeta manifesto yaffe nga tugamba tulongoose ebyenfuna byaffe mu Uganda, abantu babeere ssente mu nsawo. Kale ebyo abantu abatalina emirimu, abantu be batasasula bulungi, ebyo bwe munaatulonda tugenda kubeera history. Olw'ensonga manifesto yaffe ekulaga kye twagala okukola tuggyewo abantu abatalina emirimu, abantu be baseera ssente, abantu bakole ebintu bye bagasa bafunemu ku ssente. Abaana baffe ba bodaboda bonna babonaabona bagenda beewola ssente za boda. Kati omuntu yamuwola boda okugenda okusasula okumaliriza ne ssente zateesemu zigula boda 4. Kyova olaba nga gavumenti yaffe mutwadde omukisa tugenda kuwa esekita ya boda ssente $5 million agule boda. Naye bw'obanga ozaayo okusasula tosasula 5, osasula $2 million zokka, zisigadde 3 zibeera seed capital yo gye tuwadde okulaakulanye ove wansi ogendewa. Manifesto yaffe egamba buli kyalo kijja kufuna $1 million buli mwaka. Mu myaka 5 ekyalo kimu kijja kuba kifuna $5 million. Essente zigenda okuyamba abantu baffe wansi awo bave mu bwavu. Obuvuma ne Bukunga babeera kumpi ku nnyanja eri Lake Kyoga eno Lake Victoria. Abantu babonaabona, abasirikale babagoba ku mazzi mu kifo ky'okuleka abantu ku maazi bagende bafune ebyennyanja balye n'ebirala batundeko babagobako. Manifesto yaffe twagambye okumanaginga ezo sites zo landing site n'ebirala tulina okuteekawo kye bayita beach management committees z'abantu si z'abasirikale. Abantu bagende bavube balye byennyanja ebirala batunde n'ebyo bitundu byennyini waabalime balimu bafune support mu byobulimi. Era manifesto egamba 10% ya budget erina okugenda mu byaki bya bulimi. Amasomero twagalabye mabi ne manifesto yaffe egamba egenda kuzimba ebibiina 8,700 bwebanga mutwadde omukisa okubeera abakulembeze ba Uganda. Employment eyo plan tugirina, abantu abatalina emirimu tulina amagezi akuleeta emirimu. Abalimi baalimanga pamba wano tebakyalima pamba kubanga pamba tebamulabamu omugaso. Tugamba bannayuganda nti tulina okulima pamba ono tumutunde kuba twalina tebayitanga cash crop esatu: emwanyi, pamba n'amajaani. Ebyo byonna birina okuddawo. Majaani bagaagala, emwanyi bazaagala, pamba bamwagala. Engoye zonna zetwambadde wano ffenna zirimu ki? Cotton pamba. Era pamba ono tugenda kumukozesa okusooka okukozesa mu masomero gaffe nga tukola engoye, mu security organization gaffe nga tukola uniform, mu malwaliro gaffe nga tukola uniform z'abasawo n'ebirala, okutandikira ddala awo. Ebirala abantu ba bulijjo banaagulanga engoye ziva mu pamba waffe bava mulungi nnyo nga bwe babulidde namulesa yannanga pamba yasinga okuba omulungi naye kati taliiwo. Tulina okuza namulesa abalime pamba. Enguudo mbi tulina okukola ku nguudo zaffe. N'amazzi agamu abantu tebanywa galabira ddala nga mabi, twetaaga okuwa abantu baffe amazzi. Njagala okugamba bannayuganda okubabuulira nti oba oyagala okumanya anaasolvinga ebizibu byammwe byenfuna eyabisomerera enandala mafaayo. Museveni yakola ku byekwerinda oba yasoma emundu, yasoma byenfuna mpa omukisa nkole ku byenfuna tugobe obuwavu Uganda. Without hatred, I want to make it from point one. We're coming to build bridges where there are no bridges, to repair bridges where they are broken, to reconcile this country. There's a lot of disunity in this country. The North against the South, South against the North, East against the West, West against the North. So we want to bring our country together. We shall have a reconciliation process, but we come here first to here ensure that our country is one. Number two, as we have stated, we must thank President Museveni for whatever he has done for 40 years. Now, what he has done, we must appreciate. Of course, as a human being, he has also fallen short. He's not a God. So where he has fallen short, we should forgive him so that he gives us an opportunity to come and sort where shortfalls are, where he has not managed to reach his expectation, we finish it. And the new ideas are put on table. So nobody should say we are coming here with hatred. All people in the current government are safe. They are very safe, and we want to see a country which is peaceful. We want to stop where people after others come and remove others go to exile. During our government, that will not happen. We want to give that assurance without fear of favor. We have seen President Museveni for long, all of us who have been around for a longer time. He came when I was in first year in Makerere. I finished a work in the Ministry of Finance before I went to one bank. I've been a member of Parliament now 25 years. I've seen him around. So my youthful time, I've seen him and what he has done and what he has not done. So that's why we were saying we want to come and fix the issues he has not fixed as far as the economy is concerned. So no hatred, no witch hunting. So tujja mu kampeni eno tujja nga tugamba nti abaddemu bagenda kumukwata oba mukole ki oba ki. Tetulina okwebaza Muzeeyi Museveni emyaka gy'akoze emyaka 4 byakoze akozeeko byatakoze tajja kubisobola kati atulekera ffe tubikole. Teri eyo yenna n'amunoonyezaako kyonna bw'anaamugamba ati agenda kumulwanisa nedda. Twagala Uganda yaffe esigale ng'eri wamu. Twagala omuntu ave west agende north ave mugamba omuwange west to east nga teri mutawaana, north to south nga teri mutawaana. Twagala okukomyawo abantu babeere omu nga tugamba one Uganda one people. Temumbuulira kyo constitution. Akawaayiro k'okuna mu constitution yaffe kagamba nti constitution ya Uganda bajja kugivuunula mu nnimi za bulijjo ng'Oluganda, Olugisu, Oluchapadoola, Olusoga. Abantu bakole ki? Bamenye constitution yaabwe. Bakati bw'otambula osanga nti Uganda aliwo abantu abatamanyi ebiri mu constitution, ojja kusanga amunyigiriza ate singa yali amanyi constitution yandimugambye nedda byokugamba si bituufu. Ako ekyokulabirako poliisi okukwata omuntu nga teri musango oba okumugamba lwaki oli mu pata eno kifo kyokuba ate nga article 29 akawaayiro ka 29 mu constitution omuntu ali free okubeera waayagala. Bakola kampani n'emuno oba bizinesi eno oba akola kibiina kino oba kiki, oli free ne okwogera ebikuluma nga tolina gwokya. Free expression, free media. Ebyo byonna kubanga abantu bamanyi. Osanga abamu abatamanyi bakwata abantu. Yuzi bakuta abantu baffe amudateyo nga bagenze okutimba ebifaananyi bya FDC. Okubuuza wa poliisi lwaki wabakuute agamba bakoze omusango ki. Headquarter yamukubira negamba wa poliisi omanyi amateeka naye abantu nga basize mu poliisi abantu 4 enaku meka 2. Ekyo kiraga singa omuntu yamanya amateeka ge yandimugambye soma wano naye kuba okutiisatiisa abantu baffe abapoliisi bakwataawo. So tulina okuvuunula constitution yaffe mu nnimi Oluganda, Oluteeso, Olusoga, abantu basome nga constitution yennyini bweragira mu kawaayiro k'okuna. Kale kino nno bakakasa kiri mu constitution yaffe tugenda kukikolako batukuta gavumenti mukwa. But particularly what you did yesterday, and the other parts of the campaign, the other areas we went to. And so what you did, you brought people together, and particularly in Congo and in other places, including Iringa. Yes. We discussed with our